Hi there, it's Mark here again, and in this video I'm going to be unboxing the latest addition to my RC fleet, the Tamiya Hornet. Now I've been in the RC hobby for about 40 years now, and as a coincidence, the Tamiya Hornet has recently celebrated its 40th anniversary, being first released in 1984. So why have I waited this long, and why have I only got this now? The simple answer to that is that my good friend Phil over at Pool Boys RC has got this year's speedrun challenge coming up next month. And the chassis that he's chosen for this year's challenge is, you can guess, the Hornet. So I don't think you'll have any trouble trying to work out what I'm going to be doing with this kit. Now the Hornet is basically the big brother of the also iconic Grasshopper, which was also released a bit earlier in 1984. Both kits share the same gearbox and chassis, so both are eligible for this year's speedrun challenge. But while the Grasshopper comes with a little 380 motor at the back, simple springs for the rear shocks, ribbed rear tyres and a hard plastic body, the Hornet comes with a much bigger 540 motor. We've got oil-filled alloy shocks at the back, huge spiked rear tyres and a Lexan body and wing. So less of the waffle, let's get the lid off this box, get it on the bench and take a good look at all the parts you get in this kit. Okay then, here we go. Wow. First thing I noticed and that surprised me is the packaging itself. I really like this. You've got this splitter in the middle, it's not just thrown in the box like a lot of the cheaper Tamiyas. This is, after all, is an entry level. Got a photograph here and got all the artwork, really nice, and there's a separate box here with the Hornet on it. Definitely a step up from your basic kit, I think. Okay, so the first thing is the pretty much now standard Tamiya Hobby Wing 1060. It's a really good ESC, I do like that. Bit of an issue with the switch not fitting, but I've got a solution for that. And here straight away is that lovely Lexan or polycarbonate body shell I was telling you about. Nicely cut out, slots in the front here and there's slots for the window. Very nice. Just up here is the other part to that body, which is the rear wing. In this bag here, it looks like we've got the side rails that go down the side of the buggy. I think that's the battery door, and we've got a driver figure, which is cool. In fact, we've got two bodies here, so yeah, be keeping one of those as a spare. Right, so here's your basic bathtub chassis. And this is the one thing that we need to qualify or to be entered into the Pool Boys RC Speedrun Challenge. You've got to use this chassis. As I say, the Grasshopper does come with the same chassis, but it's not the stiffest I've seen out there. It has got quite a bit of flex in it, but yeah, it is what it is. Here we have the D parts tree. Also, this is a difference to the Grasshopper where it's got these sliding pivots here for the rear gearbox, and I think they're fixed on the Grasshopper. Yeah, these are, looks like shock mounts and other little pieces. Not sure if they're all used, but we'll find out when we come to build it. Here's the rear gearbox. Or the gearbox housing, I should say. So obviously these two halves go together. All the gears go inside here. A couple of covers, and then you've got these wheel adapters. These are to drive the rear wheels. Now let's get this bag open. These are the servo saver parts for the servo itself. We've got parts tree A. This is much softer plastic, as you can see, to absorb any impact, I would think. So these are your front suspension arms. Looks like a brace there, and these look like some shock parts here. And there's the wheels. So each tree has a front wheel and a rear wheel. They're 3 pieces. They look like bead locks, I think, which is pretty cool. Bit fiddly to put together, but should stop the tyres from flying off. Yeah, I really like those. And the last of the bags, as you can see, are the tyres, and you know what's coming, don't you? It's a 4-tyre sniff. Oh, that is very potent. I really like those. As I said, there's your huge rear spike tyres. Very soft compound, and then you've got your rib for pleasure fronts, very smooth. Doesn't look like you get much grip really with those, but I suppose it's that light at the front, being a rear wheel drive buggy. These aren't going to be hitting the ground too much, I wouldn't think. So there's your window mask. It's cool, I don't have to cut my own out. Nice one. And there's the sticker pack itself. I do like that. Anytime, baby. How cool is that? And yeah, the orange to yellow colour scheme, really nice. Not sure whether I'm going to go box art. I like the Hornet logo as well. I'll have a think about that, but yeah, nice sticker set. And of course the all important Pete Wiley wibbly wobbly aerial antenna tube. So that's all the main parts, apart from what's in this box. Let's get this open. Okay, then, so you've got your massive bendy front bumper, a genuine Tamiya 540 silver cam motor, a big chunky set of gears for the differential. Like I say, they've got great big teeth on these things. Hopefully it should withstand quite a bit of punishment. We've got the stock plastic bushings instead of bearings. They will be going straight in the bin. And then all the parts bags, we've got parts bag A, which is basically screws and washers. Parts bag B, which again, these are self-tapping screws mainly, a couple of spacers and the two darker screw pins. Parts bag C, again, we've got screws and a couple of lock nuts in there. Parts bag D, looks like a set of spacers and a couple of tiny ball joints, which I think are for the steering. And we've got a bag without a number on it. It's got a spur gear in it, got some grease, your R-clips for the body and some double-sided tape. And it also looks like the ball connectors for the tie rods for the steering. And the last bag, we've got the shock oil for those oil-filled dampers, which are aluminium bodies, you can see there. There's the shock springs, and those long dark metal pieces are for the drives for the wheels. So I suppose you'd call them drive shafts. You've got your shock pistons or rods. There's your pinion gear, I think it's 18 tooth in aluminium. And various nuts, clips and O-rings. So the only thing left now is the wonderful manual. Tamiya have been coming out with these high quality manuals right from the start of their RC kits. As you can see, beautifully laid out, all the parts you need down the left and how to put those parts together on the right. Your shock assembly, how to cut out the body, spray it and where to put those stickers. And then you've got a full list of all the parts numbers right at the back. So there you go, that's the Tamiya Hornet unboxed. And I'm going to get straight on with the build because I'm running out of time for the speed run challenge. So I hope you follow me on the build guide that I'm going to do with this soon. Thanks for watching, all the best, bye!